I grew up
Yes, yes. When you
I grew up on a campus.
campus.
Like my father is a teacher.
Yeah.
So it's an enclosed campus.
Yes.
You know, like it's very big.
Yeah.
It's like a fenced, like a
Yes.
gated.
It's a university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a university with a gate and fence and. So almost all the other children we were playing with
Yes.
were also teachers in the
Yes.
university. So it was like a small community. It was not like in the city.
Yeah.
Outside the city in this campus. And so we played like tag.
Tag.
Tag. Like you run behind each other and
Yeah.
you tag. Yeah. And we used to climb the trees.
Yes.
And break the. There is a fruit called
Yeah.
nimbodi.
Cambodia.
Nimbodi. It's not here. It's
Yeah.
only in India.
You can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the neem tree. Neem tree, I think, is only in India. So we used to collect the nimbodis
Yes.
and then have teams and then throw. Just try to hit.
Yes. It's pain.
Yeah. It's
Or
hard. The fruit
hard.
is hard.
Wow.
But and chain, like if you catch someone, then they're stuck to you.
No chain. It's
Yeah.
iron.
No,
So-
like it's like tag.
Yeah.
But when you catch someone, then you have to
Yeah.
hold their hand. Then both of you can go and yeah. So games like that, but and cricket and football, of course. But I was never much of a sportsman.
So.
So I was more not very useful on the playground. So just hanging around.
Okay.
Maybe when I was in middle school.
Yes.
Or like
Yeah.
10 years, 12 years, 14 years. I think at that time mostly entrepreneurs and big like people who set up huge companies from nothing. They made a huge. So I used to read a lot of business literature. Yeah, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, like lots of others.
Yeah.
Like in the business community, lots of. Yeah, so I used to follow the stories of business. And, I don't remember clearly.
Yes.
But, like I was a very stubborn child.
Stubborn child.
Stubborn, like
Yeah.
like ziddi we call in Hindi. It's like if you want something,
Yes.
you want it and you'll try till you get it. So I used to be a very troublesome kid. So I gave my parents a lot of trouble. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's like I would. Okay, I want that and I want it and I want it. It's like so. But except my parents,
Yeah.
I didn't deal with a lot of adults. So because we lived in this campus,
Yes. Yeah. So you.
only my mother mostly, because my father was traveling. Like only my mother and my mother's friends, so neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe our school teachers.
Yeah.
So in our school, our teachers and
Yes.
principal and,
Yeah.
and in the summer vacation,
Yes.
the larger family.
Uh-huh.
So we used to go to Delhi,
Yes.
meet our cousins,
Yeah.
and so there we met like my mother's brothers and sisters and. I think for me, I wanted to become soon because I wanted to be independent and do my own thing and have my own space.
Yes. Okay.
So after 18, you can vote, for example, in the elections.
Yeah. It's like this.
At
Yeah.
18, you can vote.
80. Okay.
So at 18, you become a citizen
Okay. Yes. Like this. Yeah.
of the country. But realistically, most people don't become independent at 18.
Oh,
It's not like American culture where at 18 you leave the home.
okay.
So Indians maybe leave home much later, maybe 22, 23, 25. Yeah, I left home very early at
Yes.
17.
17. Ah.
I mean, so my father owned another flat outside the campus,
Ah.
which was empty.
Yeah. Ah.
So I started living there,
Ah.
and then I left town, went to another city and started traveling.
Oh.
I used to just get into the bus, and go to some other city. And I mean, I mostly wanted to get away, you know. So and
Yeah.
I was, and in a way, adventurous a little bit,
Yeah.
but adventurous in the sense I wanted to get away and I wanted to have independence.
Oh, yeah.
So I mostly was just traveling around restlessly, you know, just like restless, just nervous, just like whatever, you know, just
Oh, yeah.
just going around.
Yeah.
Just-
Yes.
no, I didn't get a job. I
Oh,
was
so?
just spending my father's money.
Ah, so. Okay.
So,
do
when
you-
I was when I was 17,
Yeah.
I won a prize
Yes.
to go to Kosovo,
Kosovo.
Yugoslavia,
Wow. Yeah.
with the United Nations mission. I wrote an essay
Ah.
and I won a prize
Yes. Yes.
for the essay.
Ah.
So they took me as a group of journalists and writers
Yes.
to
Yes.
Kosovo
Ah. So.
to observe. I mean, I was in a very young, adventurous, angry kind of mood.
Yes.
So it was exploration, and I was also very arrogant at that age.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I know everything, and I know, I understand everything, and you know, it's like, so I was like very full of myself.
Yes.
I've been loosening up.
Losing.
Yeah, I've been becoming more relaxed and,
Ah. Yeah.
you know, losing, in a way, I think getting more relaxed and comfortable. And so, in a way, yeah, I think because of my specific situation in
Yes,
life,
yes.
because I started very early, independently,
Yeah. Yeah.
for a long time, I was very ambitious
Oh.
and very, you know, competitive and
Yes.
angry and
Oh, you were.
yeah, before,
Oh.
and you know, very like, you know, all the things
Yes.
which you need to exist to survive.
Yes.
So, you know, to survive, you need
Yeah.
to be competitive and
Yes. Yes.
ambitious and all of that. And so I was a lot of that, and
Yeah.
and very, I would say, restless.
Huh?
Restless.
Restless. Ah.
Restless.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, more recently, the last few years,
Yes.
I've been thinking that I don't need that personality anymore.
Oh.
So I don't need this hunger and this kind of this thing. So I've been trying to become more relaxed and easy and question, but it's been, I think, more conscious. I've been thinking about it, and I think like I have a natural tendency to be independent, to be like
Yeah.
isolated.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not very social. So in India, I maybe have 5 friends in the whole country. So, you know, I have very few friends and I'm mostly isolated.
Yeah.
And so I realized that the kind of lifestyle that I
Yeah.
needed to be happy
Oh.
was not
Understand.
the lifestyle of being ambitious and angry and, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. So I've
I
been
see.
more trying to stay in my own world
Yes.
and be in my own world.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think of the world
Yeah.
as something different from me. I think I am the world and the world is me. So I don't think in a special way about doing something for the world, because I think if I do something for myself, it's the same thing. So yeah, it becomes like maybe it's just a way of thinking, but in the way of thinking, I think I make a closed circuit between the world and my mind, and
I see.
yeah. So I think for me things change, and they're changing even now, and but essentially I don't think I'm very happy working as part of power structures which I don't have a control on.
Ah, yeah, good. Yeah.
So I don't like to work in my big institution, in my big university. So I constantly have lots of problems because I don't like to accept authority power. I like to be critical.
Yeah.
And all of those things are sometimes not good in a system, in
I see.
a political system like a university.
Yes. I see.
So I think, I mean, and also like my earlier interest in entrepreneurial systems, it might, I mean, I would like to be independent eventually,
Yes.
of having my own system
Yes.
through which and independent system in which there is no separation between different kinds of work, like work which I do for money and work which I do for myself. So I think teaching is close to that,
Yeah.
but also it's not because it's still within a commercial system of delivering something to students.
Yes. Yes.
It's not totally independent as such, although I would like to think like that.
Yes.
So I mean, like I said, I have very few friends,
Yeah, you said, yeah.
and I usually work in isolation, like just by myself in my basement. So in the house I just sit and I just work.
Yeah.
But I think so my wife
Yeah.
is
Yeah, one important friend looks like, yeah.
So so my wife is maybe the closest friend.
Yeah.
So we talk a lot and we share
Yes.
things. And
Good.
I think we know each other well.
It's
So-
very good.
But besides that, I think friends are more like to have fun. So the few
Oh,
friends
yeah?
I have, I like to get drunk with them and have fun.
Okay.
But
So,
no, I mean, I personally,
yeah.
I don't think I belong to any community in my life,
Yeah.
Bangalore. I sometimes go and work with
Yeah.
communities, but I don't belong to them.
Interesting.
I think myself I'm very isolated, so, and I'm not a very social person.
Okay.
I mean, Ahmedabad, the town I spent almost all my life in.
Yeah.
So after I was born,
Yeah.
my parents took me to Ahmedabad
Yeah.
when I was 6 months old. 6 months, and then I lived there till I was 17. So
17.
almost my whole childhood
Yes.
I spent in Ahmedabad. Yeah, I mean, I think Ahmedabad is like a slow,
Yeah.
it's actually pretty stupid. In the sense, there is nothing. There is no cultural life.
Ah.
There are no museums, no galleries, nothing. So it's like but the rich people. It's a very rich town, but it's mostly businessmen and traders. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't have any special relationship
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
with the feeling of belonging to some place.
I see.
Been very mobile and. I mean, there is no actual difference. I mean, from a natural creation point of view or evolutionary point of view or biological point of view, there are some functions which are played.
Yes.
But I think the difference is more created by society.
Yeah.
So gender is more of a social creation.
Yeah.
And it's not so much of a reality kind of thing. Like,
I think so. Yeah.
So it's more how much you agree and accept what society is telling you, and how much you agree and.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, because I got married very young,
Yeah.
when I was 19.
Yeah.
So, for example, in the first few years, I think first 2-3 years,
Yes.
I didn't have a job. My wife had a job, and I was just doing my work. I used to take money from her, and I was just doing my work. But I mean, the gender stereotype said that that's not okay. But like we don't give a fuck. It's like this is the way it is. And I need time, and slowly, eventually, I might get a job. But then I'm not in a hurry, and my wife is also not in a hurry, and it's fine. So I think between me and my wife, we have a sometimes we have a open, like a more realistic view on gender roles. But otherwise, like, so we do what we like, but so there is no convention that we have to follow.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like I didn't grow up with my extended family. So like most people in India, they grow up with some social idea of a family.
Yeah.
So like their grandparents would be
Yeah,
nearby, or uncles,
Yeah.
so because they grow up in their hometown. But for us, the extended family is very far away. Like maybe 2 days by train, like North India. So we just grew up with our nuclear family, just our unit.
Oh, yeah.
Only feel connected like a family to my grandparents,
Oh.
not to my uncles, and like. I mean, we can't talk. We have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, they try to prescribe
Yes.
a lifestyle to me, and I don't follow. So we don't have a. But I think the idea of family is, I think, people growing up together. So I don't know. I mean, it's like I don't think there is something universal like common sense, which can be thought of as universally common. I mean, there can be a lot of things which are generally understood to be common wisdom.
Yeah.
So they are considered common sense.
Yes.
But most often than not, I have a problem with common sense ideas because when they apply to me, so it's like common sense says you should shave your beard. And it's like, I don't want to shave my beard. So it's like common sense says that you should comb your hair. I don't like to comb my hair.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
common sense says wear a shirt with trousers. Oh, I don't like to wear a shirt. So my general impression of common sense is trouble.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should not develop conventions, like social conventions,
Yeah, good answer. Yeah, interesting.
because I think that creates like big problems for a lot of people in terms of who are different or who have different set of desires or who are kind of alternative or outside the convention. They have a hard time trying to fit in and trying to be normal. So I think social conventions are actually very violent.
Yeah.
That's a question which I have thought about.
Yeah.
I have like been thinking
Yeah.
about the question for a long time.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
say
yeah.
for 4 or 5 years.
Oh.
So, and my opinion has changed
Yeah.
across time.
Yeah, it's nice. Interesting.
So in the beginning, maybe I had a more, I would say a simplistic perspective on the function of public spaces for communities, conversation, urban life, blah blah. Which is the standard architectural
Yeah.
urban design kind of thought, right? But I think over time,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if there is any simple idea of what is a public space,
Yes.
and in a sense, I think a lot of advocacy, a lot of thought about public space, a lot of thought about public space,
Yes.
a lot of ideas
Yes.
are very
thought.
nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, I think they are trying to talk about a world which is already in the past.
Yeah, yeah.
It's trying to talk about a society which was small,
Yes.
which had intimacy, conversation, a genuine community feeling. But that is, I think, 50 years, 40 years, 30
Yes.
years, I think, in different parts of the world, different number of years.
Yes.
But it's in the past.
Ah.
I think in the contemporary setting. So I'm not very, at this point, I'm not very sure if that nostalgia is very useful. I don't think if it's useful to be nostalgic about a function of public spaces that used to be a generation back. But I understand also that this nostalgia comes from different generations for different reasons.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
example,
yeah.
me,
Yeah.
as far as I can remember,
Yeah.
as far as I've lived,
Yeah.
the world has been the same. Like when I was a child,
Yeah.
public spaces and communities were not anymore alive, or they were not anymore vibrant or
Yeah.
functional. Right?
Yes.
They were not. It was the same. So there is no reason for me
Yeah.
to be nostalgic. I don't remember things being different. It was always the same in a way. But I can understand someone who has been in the world
Yes.
20 or 30 years more than me
Yeah.
would have a reason to be nostalgic because they can remember
Yes.
communities being different.
Yes.
And I can understand them having a critique of society having made certain decisions. But I think for my generation,
Yes.
I think a different strategy
Yes.
needs to be there,
Yes.
which might not have anything to do with the nostalgic
Yes.
frame of mind, because we don't have any genuine nostalgia. I mean, I think like generally, like amongst artists, arts community, like that.
Aha.
Your national identity
Yes.
is not important.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with your work or how people look at you.
Yeah.
So I don't like to look at artists as Indian artists, Chinese artists, because it's boring and I have nothing. I think that's something which is still from the past century.
Yes.
I think eventually it will disappear because it is becoming less useful as a category. Yeah, I mean, I think already we have the national identity has become very ambiguous. But culturally, maybe more.
Oh yeah.
So I think like a lot of my habits, a lot of my perspectives, lifestyle has something to do with how people live in India. It's not about being a citizen of that country or being born there. It's just it's about habits, lifestyle, perspectives. So like the way I eat food or the kind of food I like to eat. So it's more of it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a nationality thing. It's more of a cultural thing which eventually will become much more hybrid. So the more people travel, the more these people get exposed to different cultures. They'll pick up things from everyone, which is already happening. Like so, it's like already it's so difficult to say that this person is from there. I mean, it's like people are from everywhere.
Okay.
Because my perspective of the government is framed in the idea of the Indian government,
Yes.
which is essentially useless.
Useless.
Yeah, so essentially, we don't like the government to do anything. Anything that they will do, they'll make a mess of it. You know, so they will just destroy it, whatever they do. So, like in the Indian perspective, it's more common to think, what should the government not do?
Okay. Okay, it's interesting. Yes.
It's because we have a very inefficient, very corrupt, very weird kind of structure.
Okay, yes, I understand it. So,
I want to study music
music.
because that's something I know very less about. So I like to play with the technology and tool of making music,
Yes.
but I don't understand music very well. So I just play, but you know, it's not with a lot of knowledge. Like I don't know about music. And like as a child and through my life, I've never had the patience to learn an instrument.
I saw.
Like as a child, I started learning the violin
Yes.
a couple of times, but I left in the middle because I just got impatient. And I think so. Like I was saying earlier, at this age, most of your life
Yes.
has gone in trying to survive
Yes. Yes.
and in trying to exist and trying to figure out what to do, figure out some things and start doing some work and stuff like that. And now it's like last few years has been towards a different direction for me. So I think I mean I can't think very long term. Like for me it's difficult,
Yes.
almost impossible
Yes.
to think of anything more than 5 years. I mean, I can't think of 25 years. But I think, I feel like I can speak about 5 years.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So I think in the next 5 years I would like to see myself escape working with institutions
Ah.
like universities and blah blah and
Yeah.
companies and blah blah. And managed to set up my own structure and my own sustenance model, own model of sustenance, which has its own independent logic and has its equation with society of a give and take. But so I think so the museum is a step in that direction. So I would like the museum to become like a independent. So yeah, I think essentially that. But also I think a lot about what things start as and what they become.
What's?
I mean, how things start
Yes.
and what they become.
Yeah.
I think about the cycles of power. So I understand that most things which start with some idea of some desire to be independent eventually become just another system of power, right? So there is just the same kind of bureaucracy, same all of that. So I would like to think about it more, think about it as I go through it, and see if what I can set up can be something smaller and different in terms of its power relations. So not necessarily some kind of hierarchy and not necessarily some kind of bureaucracy. Yeah, I think it's very important for me.
Yeah.
Because who I am as a person
Yeah.
has a lot to do with what I think about institutions, power relations, and things like that around me. And what has happened in my life is, that I work with things I don't like, systems I don't like, but I work because I think I don't have options. But then I'm angry with the same systems and critical of the same systems that I'm working as a part of. And I would like to basically change that. So I would like to essentially work as part of a system that I'm happy with. That I'm not complaining about the same system that I'm a part of. Which is what I think has been happening so far, that I'll be blah blah blah, critical of everything, but then I'm part of it. So at heart, I'm an anarchist.
Yes.
So I hope
Yes.
that the world breaks down.
Wow.
And at least, that's my hope, and that's what I mean, at least in terms of border control, economic control,
Yes.
governments, I hope over time they become useless. And it's easier to move around, easier to travel, easier to experience different cultures, because to me it gives a lot personally. So being here in Tokyo for 2 months has been special for me. But then it's not something which happens so much. Like, opportunities don't exist to travel everywhere around the world
Yeah.
as much as one would like to. Yeah, so that's the general, that's
Yeah.
usually the criticism
Yes.
of anarchy.
Yeah.
That if things break down, it will be like a tribal warfare and somebody who's powerful.
Yeah.
So I haven't thought about it that much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just hope that it becomes easier to travel and move around. Essentially, that's actually what I care about.
Okay.
Being easier. Right now the whole world is organized around national economies and control of travel and immigration and all that. I think just like the European Union has happened, right? So it's so much easier to travel within Europe and work anywhere and do anything anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, essentially I would like to travel, move around with my family.
Okay.
I mean, I think art really realizes its potential.
Yeah.
It really realizes
Yes.
its potential when it stops being art. So, when it
Interesting. Yeah.
has the courage
Yeah.
of being looked at in the frame of not art. I mean, most artists do nonsense, but they are comfortable doing nonsense because they are doing it in the frame of art, and they think they'll get away with it. But if they have courage to do the same thing in some other frame
Yes.
and be okay, because I mean, I think artists have a unique license. I think
Yes.
they have a very unique license of being able to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, that is the only valuable thing. I mean, the only valuable thing in art, I think, is the possibility, the potentiality of doing anything.
Yeah.
I can do
Good.
anything.
Yeah.
And
We can do anything.
anything. And that's like, wow, man. I'm like a super powerful guy. It's like I can do anything. And I think, but other things are basically the organization of, it's more commerce and it's more institutions. I don't know if it's useful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like business, right? I mean, no one cares if a business idea is good in terms of classical business thought, as theoretically, like in a business school.
Yes.
So no one cares if a business idea is thought of as good by a business school. But if it's a good business, if it makes a profit, it's good. So I think with art, it should be the same. So artists are usually happy if the academy thinks it's cool. But there is no real life of itself, of it by itself.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I like some parts of the system of art, and I don't like other parts. But why I do art and what I enjoy about it is this feeling that I can do anything.
Yes. Nice.
We had games for kids. We
Game,
play
yeah.
games, some kind of games.
Yeah.
I only play in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of games?
What? Yeah.
What kind of games? Oh, we had that also hide and seek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hide and seek, and also to form into two teams and then it's like compete. One person will run, and then the other team will try to throw something at the opponent.
Yeah.
If just have to try to avoid getting hit.
Yes, it's a game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's game.
It's kind.
Only when I was a kid, only I play in school with my classmates. I didn't have opportunity to play it in my house when I get back from school because for me I like to study. Well, I remember when I was a kid I study a lot and I didn't like to go out and play with other boys or other kids. I just stay at home and help my family with household chore and then study.
Okay.
That time when I think around 17 or 18 years old, that time I just want to finish school and then start working, start to make money so that I can help my family. I think during the time because our family was very poor, so I'm not sure whether at that time I wanted to be adult or to get back to be a child. But I guess during that time I just want to do well in school, get a job, make money, so that I can help my family.
Okay.
When I was 20, I was in university in Laos. During the time, it was my first time away from home, so it's very challenging. And first time for me to be in the city also. So life was very difficult for me.
Yeah?
I didn't, because I was from small village and had to live and study in the big city.
Yes.
And it was difficult. I felt very lonely. And,
Sure.
I didn't feel I have many friends. So most of the time I just try to study. Because I was in special class, because we were preparing for Japan's scholarship. So all of my classmates were like bright or top students in the country gathered in one place. So everyone just, I think they were focusing on their studies. So they work very hard, and then city people will just hang around with their own friends. And I'm from small town and country boy trying to study, so we had to study mathematics, English, mainly English and math, physics, also. Chemistry, I think. For me, in the past 2 years was difficult periods. Because I was facing a dilemma to have to make a decision between working in the stable job, stay with a stable job, or to live and to pursue my dream to become the film director. Because I have to provide to my family. I have to support my family back home. So in order to do that, I have to work. I have to make money every month. So in order to do that, I have to work with the full-time job. But then I also want to follow my dream, my passion. But that one, it's hard to make money. If I decide to leave my job, then I think I'm going to face a lot of difficulties financially, like I used to do in the past.
So
it was very challenging. I mean, it's very difficult for me. But I decided to leave anyway because I really want to realize my dream, pursue my dream, and to see maybe in 10 years or 5 years or 10 years from now whether I can make it. I really want to make a lot of movies, Lao movies. I believe Laos still has a lot of interesting stories to be told, to be shared with the rest of the world. So I want to make movies for our audience and also for people in the region, in the world. Recently, my friends and I just start up the company, video production company. We are planning to make movies, TV programs. So I think I'll go back and start working on projects. when I was younger, when I was in secondary school,
Yeah.
I wanted to be a journalist actually, just
Ah.
journalist, a writer, because
Yeah.
I like to read a lot in
Ah.
newspapers or books. But when I got into university, during the time, being a filmmaker was not in my plan at all. But because I got scholarship to study in Singapore, during that time I was introduced to the world of cinema, movie, because we watch movie in class and discuss about it, and then I start to learn how to use the camera. Yeah.
In Singapore.
In Singapore, yes. Yes, in Singapore, yeah. Big
Yes.
influence.
Yeah.
For me, it's more like I admire people who did well in life. For example, just people in my school,
Yeah.
for example, they did very well. They got scholarship to study somewhere else. For me, that was already back quite big influence. Like it inspired me to try to do the same thing. Try to work hard, to study hard. Things like that. It's not like presidents or
Yeah.
the world leaders or anything. For me, it's just people in my school did well, and I just wanted to be like that person.
Personally.
In terms of filmmaking, maybe the work that I liked, directors from Thai directors and also Hong Kong directors, like Wong Kar-wai.
Oh yes.
Wong Kar-wai.
Yeah.
I like his work. I like his movie. I like his way of telling the story. I like the cinematography. So maybe in the future I wanna do something like Wong
Okay.
Kar-wai's.
I expect you very much. Yeah.
Maybe what I think I should do maybe to the society.
Yeah.
For me personally, I feel coming from very poor family, from the small village, and make it to the city, to be able to travel, to learn, to see the world. I feel very grateful and I feel very fortunate. So every time, whenever I have opportunity, I like to do something to the society, to give back. When I have time and opportunity, first of all, I like to get together with friends to do charity work. And for my video work, I try to perhaps, I don't know if I can say this, to give voice to people, to poor people.
Oh yes.
Like through my photographs, to my video.
Yes.
I like to take a lot of photos of. I like to take photos of women, kids, and adults, like senior people, especially those who live in remote areas, very poor. Because I like to tell their stories. I like to share their stories. I like to do documentaries also. And most of my subjects are usually are those poor, disadvantaged people. So.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay.
I have good friends. I have few good friends in Laos and in Japan. In Japan, some of them are my former classmates. So many of them are here to study and also to work. So even though we are not in the same countries, we still keep in touch. When I'm here, they take care of me. So I feel very good. And back home, I have few friends who always provide support and advice whenever I need. So. I have different groups of people that I associate with. I do activities with them. I hang out with them. I feel comfortable being with community radios that I used to work with. I feel good. I feel I'm very happy whenever I work with them, and also I have 2 clubs that I was part of. One is Laos Singapore Friendship Club, and then the other is Photography Club. So we do activities together. So yeah, I feel very comfortable and I feel I belong to that group. I think we feel connected, we feel belong to the same group because of the interest that we share, the similar interest.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. Interest, the same interest that we share. Ideally, also my belief, I think men and women should be given equal opportunity and should play equal roles in the society, whatever they do. But it's not the case. For example, in Laos, I think women are still often treated as subordinate, just followers, expected to follow. Basically, they are not given equal opportunity to perform or to. Of course, I mean, if I married, I want to provide. We don't want to provide. And I will understand if she want to work, if she want to pursue her dream, or she want to work. I would understand that. But of course, as a man, my role also is to try to provide comfort to the family. I think.
Yeah.
I think in Laos it's like that. Men are expected. It's kind of expected to provide, to work hard.
Provide.
Like to work hard, to work outside, to work really hard and bring food home. Bring food on the table, and women stay at home. I mean, but for me, I would understand if she want to work or she want to do something.
So
I'm okay. I won't try to stop or anything. Wow. It's thrilling. For me, I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, but I have opportunity to travel to see different countries, meeting different type of people, and then I realized that I'm just very small, and there's still a lot of things to learn, to discover. So I think I don't know. I used to think that I am very knowledgeable, but when I travel, then I realize no, not really. I still have to learn a lot of things. Human being or people should not treat other people badly. They should respect each other. They should not take advantage of other people. I hate that. When you take something that you don't own, and you take from other people who work very hard. So if you want something, you have to work for it, but not take advantage of people. Don't be selfish.
Don't be selfish. So
common sense, based on my understanding, is something that is understood and also accepted by the majority of the people in that community or in that society. Public space is where everyone can use, can enjoy, and of course everywhere, every setting comes with rule and regulation that we have to follow. I think that's how the society function also, because we have to follow law and order, otherwise everything will become chaotic. So I think it's normal to follow the rules, to have the rules. Of course the rules must be accepted by the majority of society, of people in the society. It's not set. It should not be set by 1% or 2%, but it should be set by the majority, accepted by the majority. I believe if the rules is accepted by the majority, that means it must be
Minority?
no. I mean, if the rule is accepted by the majority, that means that rule must be good. So if you don't agree, then I guess in order to live in that kind of environment, then sometimes you just have to follow, you can't have everything your own
very
way.
idealistic. you know, of course you can feel you are saying idealistic.
I don't know. I don't know. Yes, maybe.
So
I'm communist, by the way.
yeah. I know.
Because I think in Laos, not just me. If you talk to Lao people, we try to follow the majority. That's why there's no protest in my country. I guess we are just born into communist system or something. It's like my family, everyone is Buddhist, so I'm also Buddhist.
You're Buddhist and communist.
Yeah, but doesn't mean that I'm very religious. I'm not very religious. I don't usually go to the temple. I only go to the temple when there's festival. So yeah, let's not talk about communism. No, I mean it's our tradition. I think it's just our culture that we try to compromise. We try to follow the majorities. We try to give up our self, in other. Otherwise, if you can't accept it, then I guess you are the one who have to leave. Because if you don't feel that you fit in, you don't belong, then belong in the majority, in the community, then I guess you have to leave to somewhere else to find somewhere that you feel comfortable. So.
Okay.
No, I mean if function that way, it works that way in my country. You just have to follow the majority. Really. Yeah.
Okay.
Democratic, is that considered democratic? Go with the majority. Oh. No? No. Let's not talk about it. I'm not.
It's democratic. Yeah. It's interesting. So-called hometown.
I left my hometown when I was 17 or 18 to study in the city, in the capital city, and then ever since I've been traveling a lot. both within the countries, also around the region, for work or for workshop or for study. So I don't stay in one place very long. So it's I don't know now. I'm not really sure where my home is. Really, because I travel a lot around, and I always stay in guest house, hotel. For me, I want my parents passed away long time ago, and I have 5 brothers and 3 sisters. Right now we live all over the place in the country. So one day I really hope that we can stay near each other in one place, in one village. Would be nice, even though we are not in the same house. But maybe in the same village would be nice. That would be my ideal home.
Nice.
It doesn't have to be where we were born. It could be somewhere else in the country. But I really love if we could stay near each other. That's my idea. I want to provide. I want to take care of my sister and my brothers, because they are the one who give up so much for me in order for me to get where I am. My sister gave up her study in order for me to go to the university. She now can't even read or write.
Younger sister.
My older sister, she has to
older.
She gave up her study to take care of all of us. For me to continue my study. So I feel that I have obligation to take care of her and other siblings, because I'm the only one who get to travel a lot. My country is where I was born and raised, so it's part of me. I belong to my country.
Proud of your country.
Yes, of course. I guess everyone is proud of their own country. I think I'm not sure about Japanese. But
no, I don't
like,
think so.
No, your country is for example, your country is just like your family that you belong to. That's where you grew up with. That's where you
that's true.
Raised. So I'm not sure if you would say proud, but that's define who you are, I think, and also that's where you're from. So it's just like your family. I want to be Lao director. I don't mind working in other countries, but I will always be Lao director. And I can make a good movie in Laos and sell it to other countries. But of course I want to be based in Laos and to be known as Lao director. The role that Lao is trying to play in the region, I think now is to be more cooperative with neighboring countries. In the past, we closed ourselves. It was difficult, I think, for other countries to try to work with Laos, maybe. So right now we try to be more cooperative, more in sync with our neighboring countries. So because we want to, right now we try to turn from landlocked to landlinked. So
it's process. Okay.
Study. I'm planning to go to US to further my study in filmmaking. I really want to focus on directing, writing and directing. And of course, once I finish my study over there, I want to return home to contribute. I want to do documentary. I want to do drama, human story, human interest. So drama, more like a drama, life stories.
Yes.
Wow. Let me think. The word. I think in the future, we'll get closer to each other.
Yeah.
I think because of the technology, because of the internet. I think. I guess. People nowadays, they build the wall, they build the fence in order to feel safe, to protect themselves from danger. And I'm not sure in the future whether people will feel safer or whether they feel that their life is in danger. That's why they want to build, high fence and wall in order to protect themselves, but in the same time, it also prevent themselves from interacting with their neighbors. In the past, for example, in Laos, people used to just they didn't have big wall or fence. Because people were very friendly, really try to take care of each other, care for each other. But maybe in the future, of course, ideally, maybe if we don't feel any need to have the wall,
I
the
think
fence,
so.
it would be nice. People become nice to each other again. Art can do, and it should do something, I think. For me, sometimes I'm not very well informed about art because I never study art and I don't really try to analyze it. But I think it should, or it can, or it should do something to the society.
Yes.
It should have some function, not just create something that doesn't mean anything or doesn't have any function. I think that is, for me, that's what I think I'm trying to do. I want to do something that I care about. For example, through my photographs, usually I photograph children, women, old people, living in very harsh conditions, in poor conditions. Because I want to tell their stories and share their stories, and maybe even try to get help. Sometimes some people, they see the photos and they ask about their stories, like story of people in the photographs, and make them aware and maybe try to get help. Things like this, I think.